Good morning, YouTubers. T-Square with T-Square Talk. Hope everybody's having a great Memorial Day. It is Monday, and most people are going to have the day off, so I hope you guys have a great day. Leave it to a negative comment to always spark what I believe is going to be a great video, and that is what I have today. I have a negative comment that is going to spark what I believe is an amazing video. And here's the thing, though. Some of you guys may disagree with my thoughts on this subject. And if you do, I understand. Either way, if I'm wrong or if I'm right, it's still going to be beneficial for me. And that's the way I look at it. And I'll explain why here in a little bit. If you guys enjoy this video, please take a quick minute. Leave a thumbs up for me. Leave a comment. Let me know. I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. So the comment basically said, listen to this mop. He thinks he knows about gold and silver and cryptos. He don't know jack. He thinks $30 is high. It was actually $33, but $33 is high for silver. I mean, come on. He needs to consider silver is going to be 600 to 1,000. Gold is going to be 1-to-1 with silver. Think about that for a minute. 1-to-1. We're going to talk about that comment because I usually try to give a good analysis back to somebody when they leave me a comment. I try to always be respectful, but that one had me with really one sentence. Wake up, Alice. We ain't in Wonderland. So here's the thing. Gold to silver ratio right now is not legit, in my opinion. Everybody knows that. It's crazy that people even think that these numbers are legit. You know, like when I hear people say, I was trying to find a way to prop this up so you guys can kind of have it sitting there looking at it. So, I mean, yeah, I'll be honest. The numbers that we are seeing right now don't even make sense. You know, we've seen everything from all the way up to 125 to 1 silver versus 1 gold. I mean, think about that. And now we're down to what, 78 roughly, depending on when you catch it, maybe 77, depending on when you're watching this. Doesn't make sense to me. It just tells me that silver is so undervalued. And here's the thing. I've said time and time again, with this situation, silver is a no-brainer buy. In my personal opinion, I would bet everything I have on silver. But with that being said, I still like to look for dips. So if I can pick up 100 ounces at 30, well, with the spot price at 30 versus 33, it's a good deal for me. I'm going to try to catch it if I can. Anybody that says they don't want to catch a dip, I can't understand that. Because when you're getting something like 100 ounces, that $3 dip could make the difference of you getting 100 or 103. I want more silver because I think silver is severely undervalued. And do I think that the ratio is going to come down drastically? Absolutely. I think that, you know, we should, a fair analysis, easily see 20-to-1. Now, hold on a minute, though, before you jump the gun and start typing that comment. 20-to-1. I realize, depending on the numbers that you believe, the ratio of it coming out of the ground is anywhere between 7-to-1 on silver to gold, all the way up to 15-to-1. And I base that off of everything from the National Geology, where they read into the Earth's core crust and tell you how much of each one is in the Earth. Could it be that gold is deeper underground versus silver? Gold's heavier. Who knows? But either way, depending on the numbers you believe, anywhere from 7-to-1 to 15-to-1. So, I mean, to see those numbers would be great, I think. A lot of people will tell you that the silver has been used up. It's in landfills. If silver goes to $1,000 an ounce, they will be digging up them landfills. They will do everything in their power to try to reclaim silver that has been lost. Not to mention, people will probably be selling it. I mean, you guys know, I've said it time and time again, and I stick to this. My average purchase, maybe we'll say 25. If I can get $60 for some silver, I would sell a quarter of my silver, maybe a half of my silver. And the reason I came up with that number is if I sold half my silver at double my purchase price and then had a little extra to pay taxes if taxes were due on that, depending on how much you sell and what the tax rules are and everything. Obviously, each person has to look into that themselves for their state and for federal. But with that being said, I'm not going to get into taxes here because I kind of have to watch what I say on here. I don't want to be held liable for anything. So you have to check with your own tax accountant for that. But with that being said, I could essentially sell half my stack and have all of my fiat currency back to put towards something else. Why would I sell my silver? Well, I would only sell my silver if I'm getting something else that I want. What are some examples of things that I want? I want a nicer vehicle, a vehicle that the windows work and the AC works. Because I can tell you this week it has been really hot here in Texas, and with windows not working and the AC not working, each little trip to the grocery store feels like an eternity. And then when I get out, it is hot. So yes, I would sell some. But you know what? I'm sacrificing right now because the price is not reasonable. It is too undervalued, which means if I give up buying that truck now, every month that I don't have a $600 truck payment and another couple $100 insurance payment is more money I can put to precious metals. A day will come when I will enjoy the fruits of my labor. And until that day comes and the markets are a little more fair, I want to put everything I can to silver and gold. Now, also with that being said, I would like a house, a homestead, and, it's doable. It's doable if the right numbers come up. So when I hear people say, though, that we're going to go to a 1-to-1 ratio, gold to silver, I think that's YouTubers that are spewing numbers that they just want you to be happy. And here's the thing. If I can go to your channel and watch you and you're going to fill my head with good times and good memories and how I'm going to be rich and driving a Ferrari and I'm going to be living on a 1,000-acre lot, it's a good feeling. It's a good thought. It's kind of like what the lottery does. The lottery has a great strategy. What was their saying? I can't think of it right now, but basically if you don't play, you can't win. And you need to dream big. And they put these ideas, they're putting good thoughts in your head. They're getting you pumped up. They're getting you motivated. That's a seller's tactic. And I've seen this. Those of you that know me know whenever I go to Vegas or Florida, it's like the highlight of my trip to do timeshare presentations. I love them. A lot of my friends laugh at me and they're like, dude, I can't stand them things. If you've ever done one, you know exactly what other people are talking about because they sit there and they will belittle you. They'll try to sell you a dream about how, maybe you're a family that's falling apart, getting divorced, overworked, everybody's miserable. Oh, you get this timeshare and your family is going to be happier with you. You've made the best choice of your life. You guys are going to be spending every year together close. If you ever fell short on your spouse, this is how you can make it up to them. They're filling your head with dreams. And I think there are YouTubers out there that are doing that when they give you these crazy numbers. Here's my personal honest to goodness thought. 1-to-1 gold to silver, I'm not going to be alive to see it. And most of you probably won't be alive to see it. In fact, in history, to the best of my knowledge, we have only seen 1-to-1 ratio when King Solomon came in and essentially he came into a town and he had so much gold with him that he basically bought everything and just flooded the market with gold and disrupted the market. He literally had so much gold, he just disrupted it to where gold and silver were equal. Here's the thing. That maybe could happen. I won't say it's impossible, but think about the world population for a minute and think about gold and silver. I understand there's not enough silver out there for everybody, but you know what? There's not enough gold out there for everybody either. I mean, I don't even think there's enough gold. I haven't done the math on this, but I don't think there's enough gold for everybody to have 1 ounce of gold. Now, I have read the reports and the numbers on silver. If everybody got an equal amount of silver, you would not have 8 ounces of silver. If all the people on earth got 8 ounces of silver, there would not be enough to go around. Now, some people are going to say it's a whole lot lower than that because of all the silver that has been wasted, and that's a possibility. But I'm going by the actual numbers that they say they have, and that is supposedly still out there. I mean, you might have to take your phone and recycle it to take that silver out. You might have to disassemble some tomahawks to take that silver out. But, I'm going by the numbers that they're saying is out there. I've got to take and come up with some basis, Otherwise, we literally are in Wonderland. I mean, if you're just guessing your numbers. So here's the thing, a 1-to-1 ratio. So my question for today is, do you think a 1-to-1 ratio is possible, silver to gold? And if you don't think it's possible, then, you're with me. If you think it is possible, then I'm hoping you will leave me a comment that says how it is possible, how you picture that. And, it doesn't have to be elaborate. It can just be, hey, I just think, there ain't as much silver out there as there is. But keep in mind, for it to be 1-to-1, it has to be available, in my opinion. You can't have paper silver. You can't be using fictitious numbers. It has to be some basis. And here's the thing. If gold did go 1-to-1 with silver, at what point would you want gold over silver? Because I can tell you, I've been asked this time and time again, how many ounces of silver would you trade for an ounce of gold? Well, I like gold right now. I like silver better because it's severely undervalued at this ratio. But if I seen like a 40-to-1 ratio, I'm going to be cutting some of my silver to take gold. Why? Because silver is volatile. We see huge, when silver erupts, I'm convinced we're going to see 60 really quick, 50 or 60 when it erupts. I mean, if it went to 50 already, even though some people will say, oh, that was the Hunt brothers, they won't tell you that people were scared of inflation and they had a little bit more knowledge than the average people do today. Old people back then knew what silver money was. New people now have no clue what silver money is. Somebody brought some silver coins into the pawn shop thinking they were counterfeits. Why? Because they look different when you look at the edge. And that blows my mind that people are that just naive to it, maybe uneducated to it. But I understand people don't teach these topics anymore. So if I was to see 40-to-1, I'd be trading some silver out for gold. Why? Because who knows? Silver could plunge back down just as fast as it came up. Is it manipulated? Absolutely, it's manipulated. But could they find another way to convince people that gold is better than silver? Could they find more uses for gold later? Could they give up on some of the uses that we use silver for today? Could the population take a huge hit and we wouldn't need as much silver as we currently are burning through? These are all things that could happen. I mean, there's a lot of naysayers out there that don't believe in gold or silver. But the thing is, at what number, and this is a second part to that question, do you think we could go to a 1-to-1 and, what number would you trade your silver for? If I came up to you and said, I'll give you 10 ounces of silver, or I'll give you 1 ounce of gold for 10 ounces of silver, would you take it? Because keep in mind, when real numbers, when people are willing to exchange, then essentially you're creating the ratio. And right now, with the numbers as manipulated as they are, you don't have anything that's real anymore. I'm not convinced the stock market prices are real. I'm not convinced the crypto prices are real. I'm not convinced the silver and gold prices are real. Everything is manipulated, just like the inflation, the CPI. Well, yeah, you take out the items that everybody uses every day, and what you have left is common items that may not be going up as much. Why? Because people ain't buying them. I don't care about designer clothes. I don't care even about a new car. I care about food. So if food goes up, I feel it. if fuel to get from point A to point B goes up, I feel that. You know, so a 1-to-1 ratio to me is just outlandish, and I don't think we'll see it. It definitely won't see it in our lifetime, but I could be wrong. Nobody here on YouTube has a crystal ball to know, including myself. You know, I think that people fill people's heads up with dreams to gain subscribers because they want to be a part of, essentially you want views and you want clicks, and I want views and clicks. That's why I'm big on always trying to say, please take a quick minute and hit that thumbs up button because it really does help me out. And leave me a comment just because I enjoy reading them. It's kind of what keeps me going at night when I'm sitting here bored all alone. I'll just read through the comments. But, you know, let me know. I mean, do you think we could see a gold-silver ratio of 1-to-1? And at what number are you willing to trade your silver for gold? If I give you an ounce of gold, will you give me 10 ounces of silver? Will you give me 20 ounces of silver? 30? You know, at what number will you break the earliest? I mean, like I said, I give up, anybody who wants to give me an ounce of gold right now, I'll give them 40 ounces of silver. I'll do that today, tomorrow, anytime. Now, obviously, once it goes crazy and we're at 10-to-1, 20-to-1, then, I mean, you know, at that point, who knows? So, but just something to think about. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope I didn't upset anybody with this. I know my comment to him probably upset him. But hey, I mean, I try to be respectful towards everybody's beliefs. But when I get comments that are totally out of line and disrespectful, then, I mean, I'm going to probably return in kind. Even though I should turn the other cheek, sometimes that's a little harder to do. But with that being said, thank you all for watching. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think we're going to see a 1-to-1 silver to gold ratio? And at what point are you willing to trade your silver for how many ounces of silver will you give up if I give you that ounce of gold right there in front of you? So thank you all for watching. I will see you guys again on T-Square Talk. I hope you all have a great day and hit that thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, help me out by hitting that subscribe button. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.